Yo, 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 what is up, my fallopian tuber? Cesario from the barrio coming back at you with another video for your butt. So, just got back from the Dodger game, and we lost, so we are down. Not looking good for us, but anything can happen in sports, man. You gotta keep your head up, and hopefully we can win 2 straight in Toronto. I needed that drink. Man, yeah, not looking good for us, but hey, life goes on. Let me see, do I have my glasses? Oh, look at. So before the game started on Fox, I heard I was dragging the warning track, had my glasses on, and I had like a towel, and I was waving it like this, and a lot of people told me that I was on TV for like 10 seconds. They were just filming me doing that right before the game started. So I don't know if anybody caught that. And at least I did get a World Series ball. So at the end of the game, the authenticator gave us the ball that I guess, I don't know if Topps didn't want or whatever, because they usually sell every single ball to Topps to get authenticated and stuff. And so this one was probably, doesn't even look like it was ever used. Looked like it was mudded up though, ready to be used in the game. And the game ended before it got used. So that's a little cool memento right there. Yeah, let me let my kitty out. Okay, man. So yesterday I made a video after the game, but I was so tired, man. I never posted it, but I talked about how, like, hey, man, I'm still in the hobby, you know, so busy, whatever, man. But let me get this right here. So wanted to give an update on my 71 Topps set. I've basically have every card, or should have every card, as long as I didn't get scammed. You know, I got in a couple of old Facebook groups that I used to belong to, went back in for vintage set collectors, and posted my list that I needed on the 71 set because I really want to finish this set before the year ends. You know, my donkey, the Lumpies, you know, she passed away December like 27 or 28. So I wanted to finish it before that date. You know, I've never set myself a goal like that before. That was like so stringent. But and I thought it was going to be really hard, and it is to a point. But man, when I went to the national, oh man, Gerhard just like almost completed the set for me with high numbers, and like wow, like there's so many good people in the hobby. There's a lot of bad apples in the hobby now, all these stupid influencers and whatever they want to call themselves. But stay away from the influencers and flippers and whatever. And on the collector's end, there's still a lot of good people in the hobby, man. So, you know, I thank everybody that's helped me out with my sets. I've definitely gotten a lot of help. You know, been solo collecting pretty much my whole life. It wasn't until like social media got, you know, where now I get help from so many people. Hey, I do my share. I try to help out as much as I can, man. You know, that's the great thing about collectors. You need this, here you go. Hey, I need that. Oh, thank you. You know, it's not like that with flippers. It's all about that bottom line with the money. But anyways, I'm getting off topic here. So yeah, I only need one more card for my 71 set, and that is the Dusty Baker rookie. The other day I went and I got 5 more cards at Frankincense, found more cards that I needed. You know, like this is one of them, the Lou Brock. All right, look at that. Oh, cardboard. The Feel Appeal. You know, A lot of people don't get to experience field appeal because they only go for slabs. But when you're a raw collector, you get that feel appeal, that taste of cardboard. So the feel appeal on these are great. So let me put this back in here where it goes. Let me dry it off first. But yeah, it's crazy for me to think that I need one more card. And like I said, I went on Facebook and it's like stressful because I put my list on there, and then like in that day, I got so many DMs. Hey, I got this card. Hey, I got this card. Hey, I have these 2 cards. Hey, I have these 3 cards. And I was kind of hoping, somehow to have a miracle and just one person tell me, hey, I have all those cards, and buy them all at once. But you get so many offers, and then you read this guy has this card, and I'm trying to go through my checklist, and then some people start getting mad, like, hey, I DM'd and you haven't answered me. It's like, hey, I'm trying to get this straight, because not every, some people have 2 cards, but this guy wants to sell me the, whatever, the Hank Aaron and the Ron Hansen, and this other guy wants to sell me the Ron Hansen and the Ted Simmons. And so I'm like, well, I only need the Ted Simmons, but just buy both. It's, I don't know, it's crazy. And then some people get mad at you because how long till you make your decision? Like, I can't, it's like now I kind of remember why I stopped buying. In this way, being a set collector. Sure, if I was just buying 1 or 2 cards, not a problem. But when you have a checklist and people are just bombarding you with just these 3 cards, these 4 cards, 2 cards from here, and I'm just trying to do the right thing and just buy what I need, and yeah, so that's my update with the 71 set. And I bought 2 boxes of the Topps Holiday. This used to be my jam. I love Topps Holiday, and it was easy to find, always at Walmart and Target. Put the set together, no problem. I go 1 week, buy 2 blaster boxes, get paid 2 weeks later, go buy 2 more boxes. Now you can't find them. You can find them at an LCS, but a little overpriced most of the time. They're above retail. But so happy to bought 2 boxes. And the reason I bought 2 boxes is, 1, so I could put it in my unopened collection, unopened box collection, and 1 to rip open and have fun. But one thing I did find interesting is I had this card that I bought, last year, like right before Lumpy's passed away. I was in the hospital because I got really sick and had an asthma attack. So when I got out, there was a local card shop that I used to frequent back in the day when I was young. I was like, hey, I wonder if that card shop's still here, because it's like right down the street. And they had moved locations. Like the 2 sons took it over from the original owner who passed away. And these guys are just about the money. It kind of sucks. Like I thought I was gonna be able to talk to them, like about cards and stuff. Like, they just know prices. They don't know baseball history or players and stuff. But I had bought this Advent card, and I had never heard of it, the Calendar Advent. But it's like a Otani rookie PSA 10. But I was like, Advent calendar? What the hell is it? I've never heard of Advent calendar. But now with all these people buying the holiday boxes, people have been buying those Advent calendar boxes. So I was like, oh, so that's where they come from. So a hobby mystery unknowns to me has been solved. All right, so yeah, man, that's about it. That's all I got. Unless I could think of something else. Oh yeah, so I did get dirt from the field and the mound from the World Series. It just passed, yesterday and today. So got me some dirt from the World Series. MLB just wanted 5 buckets worth of dirt, because I guess they have this contract with Topps, and every time a player gets their first hit, they want the ball and the base, I guess to chop them up to make relics. And that's why it's so hard to come by with these game used World Series balls, because Topps just buys them out to put on cards. And they wanted 5 buckets of dirt, so the same thing as last year. While we gave them, we would make 6 buckets and split the bucket between the rest of us and turn in the other 5 to get authenticated. So because Topps buys everything now, anytime a bat breaks, anything goes to Topps. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, man, that's about it. Just gonna take a couple more sips, some rips, and go to bed. Unless I could think of something else. Oh yeah, and I did get a care package like over the weekend, and I had put it in my car, and I said I'm gonna open it while I go to because we have to park outside during the World Series. Any sold out game, we have to park outside, and just to get good parking, I gotta show up like 5 hours before work, and sometimes we go in early, and so I thought I would have that couple hours to spare and make video in my car before I go into work. But they needed so much help in the morning. They're like, hey, just come in. What's the earliest you can come in? Can you come in at 9 a.m.? Can you come in at 10? So I was like, yeah, I can come in. So I didn't have that time. So that box is still in my car. Now, hopefully I remember and I could open up that care package tomorrow, because it's pretty nuts, because that 18 inning game, I started at 9 in the morning and clocked out like at 12:45 in the AM. So that was like I don't know what, like a 15 hour shift, and it was all double time. So yeah, the playoffs, well, no, it was time and a half, because the playoffs we get double time, and the World Series we get time and a half, like straight from when we start. So that's one of the bad things about season coming to an end, is my Dodger paychecks are basically the majority of my hobby money. And now with no Dodger checks, I'll be back living paycheck to paycheck. Not paycheck to paycheck. I have a little bit of money, but yeah, during the Dodger season is when I could buy, $100, $200, maybe a $300 card. And then when I get my World Series bonus, which has been like consistent like over the last few years, against the Astros, the Red Sox, the Yankees, the 2020 year, the Blue Jays. Yeah, we're fortunate right now to be a Dodger fan and all this, and just being consistently good. Hasn't always been like that. I've been working for the Dodgers for over 20 years, and believe me, went to like 15 years where like nothing. But yeah, so with those bonuses, that's when I could get like maybe $1,000 card, and I really get to splurge in my hobby. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, unless I can think of anything else. Nah, I think that's about it for now. I'm gonna go to bed. I've been lacking so much sleep lately. It's not like if when it's the playoffs, so say like when we swept the Brewers, I worked every game, working my day job, then go work at night at Dodgers every game. And it's not like, so say when they swept the Brewers and then they had to wait for the outcome of the Mariners Blue Jays games, they practice every day, every night. So I would still work my day job and then go work Dodger practices, every day. So it's been a few weeks of a lot of work. But fortunately, that's how I was able to, for my 72 set, I spent like over $300 to buy a starter set on that, only because of my Dodger check, So I'm glad I took advantage. I did very good in the hobby this year with my Dodger checks, at least in my set building, you know, I want to slow down on my set building. My original goal, well, my original goal was just the 80s. Well, my last goal was just 74 to present. And now somehow I'm working on 73, 72, 71, you know, so in 70. But I'm not gonna focus on that because I need to buy some star cards, you know. You know, your budget, you only have so much money to spend, and I've been focusing on set so much. I want to focus back on my vintage players. All right, so I mean that's it. I gotta go to bed. So I will see you later. Check you later. Love the hobby. Just keep collecting baseball cards forever. I say, ciao. Get back in the game. Bye. Bye. Thanks for watching.